Here we are together again on the radio. And, Medea. Medea. That's not your real name, is it? Come on! What are you, a dancer? What are you, a topless dancer? Medea. Medea writes in and says, "Help Tom! I am a serious lover of your mind and show for a long time, blah, blah, blah. My boyfriend of 3 years, who has known from the start that I smoked marijuana on occasion, as some people drink, just gave me an ultimatum about it. I was told because it is illegal, his square self could not be with me. I don't think it is right to try to change me, is it? In addition, I thought he did not want kids, and we laugh at how others question our stability due to our lack of interest in marriage. Now, he says if we had kids, but I say, when did you want them? In other words, if we had kids, would they see you smoking pot? That was not really a complete sentence. I kind of had to help it out there. Help Tom! I am afraid that if I do not sacrifice my pastime pleasure, I will lose something good. He drinks, and I don't mind. Medea. All right, Medea. I completely agree with you. You know me, I'm not one of these phony baloney people who says just say no to drugs and then it goes off and smokes weed. I have smoked weed. I don't back down from admitting that and saying how much I've loved it and saying I used to smoke a lot more weed. And I think most people in the media are hypocrites about this. Many of the people you've seen saying that they are opposed to drug use, I have seen them using drugs, specifically smoking pot. Of course, it's never to my own benefit that I admit all these things about myself. I usually get kicked in the ass for admitting it. But you know what? I'd rather be honest about it than have to be looking over my shoulder all the time. I say whatever somebody accepted in you when they took you on, that's the package. Like it or not. Obviously, he got 3 years of banging the crap out of you. Now he feels because he's got emotional leverage with you, now he's going to force you to do the things that he wanted you to do in the first place, or not to do, things that he didn't like. And, he knew you smoked pot. You didn't hide it from him. It's not like it's something you pulled out of your back pocket a year ago or something. He has known for 3 years you're a pot smoker. And my advice to you, or anybody in this situation, is to beat a hasty retreat. Get out! Get out, out, out! Don't hang around. And, by the way, it's not just pot. There's all kinds of things that people will tolerate in the beginning, and then after a while they'll ask you to get rid of, or they'll give you an ultimatum. I've had many of them over the years. I've had women say I drink too much. I want me to stop drinking. Stop. I'm not going to stop. So what happens is they ride with it for a while, and they tolerate it for a while, and then they start making little comments about it. You really need to have one more? Do you really need to have one more drink? You're right. Start getting into that controversy. And finally, also they give you the ultimatum. If you don't stop drinking, that's it. I'm out. That doesn't work on me. I don't know about you, but it doesn't work on me. And it's not just that. It's anything. I have had countless women who don't like what I do for a living. They love it in the beginning when they see I ride in limousines and I make a 7-figure income and I go to the Grammy Awards. Oh, they love what I do. And then after a while, when they see how sausage is made, when they see how hard I work or how much I travel or how many breasts I sign or whatever it is, it's amazing how many women don't like what I do for a living after they know what it is I do. They don't just listen to the product on the radio, but they see me, having to have lunches and dinners with clients and things. That's part of my job. It's part of what I do. It's quite amazing how there are people who tolerate that stuff in the beginning, and then after a while they go, "Are you having dinner again tonight? You just had dinner with somebody last week. Why can't they just have coffee with you or something? It's always dinner." If I stop having dinner with clients, we stop selling advertising. That's what we do. We do promotions. We sell advertising. I read commercials. That's my gig. Pressing the flesh, schmoozing, making nice with people. It's part of my job. It's not just blabbing for 4 hours a day. I love telling people that's all it is, but come on, there's more to it than that. I have been told by countless women that, although in the beginning they think it's fine that I have interests, like, for example, my interest in hockey. I've got season tickets for hockey. Amazing how many women think that's just so cute when they first find out about it. And then they find out there's 41 home games a year. Sometimes the Kings actually make the playoffs. That adds another 3, 4, 6, 8 games. Not to mention I like going to see the Lakers, and I like going to see a few baseball games over the summer. I'm probably at a sporting event 70, 80 times a year. In the beginning, that's cute. So manly. Isn't that great? He's a sports fan, and then, of course, after a while, they want you to stop doing that. And I have even had somebody who told me that, I told you about this. I had somebody who told me about jazz. I like jazz. I'm not talking about that Kenny G crap. I'm talking about the real thing. Miles Davis, Dexter Gordon, Duke Ellington. The real stuff. I love it. I love having it on, especially on Sunday morning. Get up, make a cup of coffee, read the paper, listen to jazz. It's perfect. It's perfection. The worst thing I've ever heard anybody say about jazz is that it's like elevator music or it's boring. And I think that's because the Kenny G's of the world created something really rotten called smooth jazz, which isn't even jazz at all. And a lot of people have confused that music with real jazz. So the worst thing people have said about it is, it's dentist office music or it's background music or whatever. But I actually met somebody who told me that it gave them a headache and that I was therefore to turn it off. Can't you just not listen to it when I'm around? And my response was, well, I guess I just won't be around you. I'll just go sit by myself and listen to jazz. And when I'm done listening to jazz, I'll give you a call. I mean, for me, it's like a soundtrack. It's on at my house. That's what I play. So it doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It can be all kinds of things you do. And I say that you've bought the package. And I will take this one step further. I am in the same boat. More than once, I have been with someone who smokes cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't want the smell of cigarette smoke in my house. I don't like people smoking around me. I don't like secondhand smoke. But when I have been with people who smoked, A, they're addicts, and B, if I didn't like their smoking, I shouldn't have gone out with them in the first place. It's my own fault. It's not their fault. I may want them to stop smoking, but I can't make them do it, and they're not going to change for me. You can try giving an ultimatum, but you know what? They like nicotine better than they like you. Believe me. They had to choose between you and nicotine. They're going with the ciggies. That's right. No doubt about it. So, that's my deal. I think that when you meet somebody, you accept them for whatever flaws and faults they have, the things they do you don't like, the habits they have. And I say if they can't handle your habits or you can't handle their habits, I bet you get out. How about you get out? Have you had this problem?
Tom Leykis.
Woof.
Tom Leykis.
Woof.
800. 500. Tom.
Oh? The Tom Leykis Show. Want to speak to Tom?
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Peter on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, you know, you mentioned it. It's the Kings tickets.
The Kings tickets? You have the Kings tickets, too.
Oh, yeah, I've got Kings season tickets. I'm in the third row, like, over the end of the visitors' bench, right around the corner from you.
Uh-huh.
And, every season when I renew, the wife goes ballistic. You will not renew those tickets again next year.
Oh,
and every year I sit there with an absolute stone face. I don't say a word, and then she says, you said you wouldn't renew them. I said, no, you said I wouldn't renew them.
Now, how long have you had these tickets?
Oh, over 10 years. But my anniversary date goes all the way back to 3 months before the Gretzky trade.
All right, and your wife, how long have you been married to her?
11 years.
11 years.
Oh, yeah, when we were back at the farm, she used to love to go to the games. But now that it's become an issue of, sort of when I went from half a season to a full season, even though now I sell the other half season to buddies, it's that extra money. I don't enjoy going to the games anymore because you spend so much money on them.
That's money I could be spending on purses, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. Or the kids. And, you know, she loves the fact that, well, a 6-year-old goes through most of the games with me. Mm-hmm. We're not sitting there drinking brown drinks anymore. Uh-huh. And the 21-month-old sits around the house and, you know, looks at the various pucks and stuff and suddenly stops it. Hockey, 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 hockey. She loves that.
I'll bet.
I'll see you Monday night, Tom.
All right, Peter. See you at the game. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Chris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I had a girlfriend at the time. I'm a musician, so I'm always rehearsing with different bands, playing at venues and whatnot.
Right.
And before I got with her, you know, oh, real cool, you're a rock star, whatever, blah, 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 you know how that goes. And then come to find out, we've been going out for a couple months, and, you know, it started going down where she's like, oh, let's go out. I don't want you to spend time at the studio.
Oh, yeah. Well, is that how she met you?
No, I met her a long time before that, but I've always been a musician, and, you know, automatically.
No, but I'm saying, did she meet you when she met you, you were a musician?
Oh, yes.
Did she meet you through your music, like after a gig or playing somewhere?
No, she might have seen me play somewhere, but I knew her. I don't think she knew me when I was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that that goes back to the whole thing that you've brought up many times on your show, where people think they could change people. And, you know, at first they like it, you know, they're interested, and then later on, you know, they get tired of it, they want to change you, and you know how that goes.
Oh, I know exactly how it goes.
Yeah. You've been schooling me on that one, buddy. I'm taking your advice, and you've really helped me out, man.
Well, now you don't really need a girlfriend anyway. I see here you're 20 years old. You don't need a girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, but...
And you're a musician. For Christ's sake, there must be women hanging all over you.
Yeah, but you know how that goes. You always get attached to that one, and...
I don't understand why. That's what I don't understand at 20 years old.
Oh, I don't know why either, because I'm an idiot, and I didn't listen to your show. But
I'll buy that.
Listening, and boy, man, it's been changing real quick, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Chris. Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Tara on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a guy having or wanting sex, like normal sex, and wanting to have too much sex? I mean, what's too much sex?
There is no such thing as too much sex. What there is You need to be with somebody who wants what you want.
Okay, well, we've been dating for about 2 years now, and he pretty much wants sex like 3 times a day. That's like normal for him. If I don't give it to him, then he'll give it to himself, let's just say.
Right.
So is that normal? He's 33 years old. I mean, doesn't it like ever slow down or?
Some people don't.
So that's totally normal.
Yeah, well, it's normal for the individual.
Well,
now, if you're going to tell me that he's a sex addict, where he's missing work because of it, or he's getting arrested because of his compulsions, we can talk about that. But that's not what you're talking about.
Well, that could be that, too. I mean, he watches porn all the time.
Watching porn is not a crime, and it's not. That's not what we're talking about. People who have a sex addiction are people who, like, for example, miss work. Or they have sex at work. The people who go into the broom closet at the office and risk losing their jobs and their reputation, those are sex addicts. The people who take risks, like having sex on top of a police car, those are sex addicts. Okay. Watching porn and wanting to have sex 3 times a day does not make you an addict.
Coming home on your lunch hour and, like, hurrying up and eating so you can watch porn and do that, that's not excessive.
Well, again, you need to be with somebody who has the same appetite you have.
Okay.
See, you don't want to accept that. You want to change him. You're going to the female instinct to want to change the man you're with because it's easier than finding a new man.
Well, I'm just, like, wondering if it's an issue, if he's, like, addicted to having sex or watching sex or what. I mean, it just consumes so much of his time.
But dear, he's always been like that.
And it doesn't slow down. You think when someone...
Well, look, if you thought there was something wrong with him, why'd you develop a relationship with him?
I guess it's...
And I'm going to tell you why, because in the beginning, the sex 3 times a day was pretty much what you expected. And then you thought after a while it would slow down to 3 times a week.
No, I mean, I can have sex every single night, but I mean, every morning when I wake up, he either wants...
But this is not...
...job or he wants sex, and if I don't give it to him, he'll take care of himself.
But dear, this is not new.
So it's totally normal. It just...
Yeah, but dear, if you think it's abnormal, why did you develop a relationship with him?
Maybe at first, I mean, I thought it was great, there's a lot of guys...
That's it. See, you changed, he stayed the same. And now you want to say that he's abnormal. You need a new boyfriend.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. We are talking about a listener named Medea, who says that she's had a boyfriend for 3 years. He knew from the start that she was a pot smoker, but now he says it's illegal, and therefore, if you keep smoking it, I can't be with you. My response to that is, good riddance to bad rubbish. Tell them, say it. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Jay on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom.
Jay.
You're the straight dad I never had.
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Do you care, Jay?
Yes, I do.
I'm doing great.
Good. Hey, I feel like you're talking to me here about this. I've been with this girl about 14 months. She waits, I don't know, a year before she springs it on me that I need to quit smoking pot or else we're done. It's not like I do, anything else, or it's not like I'm a bad guy. I just like to partake every now and then, and when I'm going with my friends to the mountain to snowboard or whatever, and she knew that, and now it's kind of like she's totally changed it on me, and I'm not sure what to do. And just Valentine's Day, I had a little bit, and she's like, do you have to smoke on Valentine's Day? I said, no, fine, I don't have to. And she's like, that wasn't even good enough. She's like, well, we need to just get rid of what you have. It was just like $10 worth,
What, you're supposed to flush it down the toilet?
Exactly. Can I flush it down the toilet? I was like, no, I'm just going to hold on to it. And, well, I'll give you $20 for it. I'm going to do it to my friend at school, and he smokes. And it's like, no, it's mine. I'm holding on to it. And, well, I'm leaving then. I said, fine, That's my guns. And so she's just taking like 15 trips back and forth in the living room, loading up all of her clothes. And, and I just said, hey, I'm holding on to it. I'm going to smoke it, I don't have to smoke it today, but...
You know what? If she was packing, I'd have smoked it right there.
I should have. Anyway,
blowing the smoke out of her clothing as she's packing. You kidding me?
She loads up her car and she left. So this is Saturday night. So my friends called and they're like, well, let's go out. And so I went out and everything. And sure enough, when I come home, who is there? Yep. So,
Happy Valentine's Day.
Exactly. So it's like.
Then did she get upset at you for going out?
A little bit, yeah. She called about 12 times and I didn't answer. And
you should have waited at home until I came back and stopped playing the stupid game I was playing.
At home. Where were you?
I was playing a game, packing and leaving to get you to do something to try to manipulate you. When it didn't work and I left, how dare you go out and not wait to see if I came back or not?
Oh, I know my friends are listening right now. We were just talking about this last night, so it's pretty funny, man. I don't know what to do because everything's good besides that. I mean. And like you said, I mean, she knew what she was getting, you know? I mean, I smoke every now and then, big deal. I don't understand.
Well, there's a whole other element to this that we haven't even talked about, and that is there's a lot of women who, when you meet them, they want to party. You know, you met them because they were partiers, right?
Exactly.
They smoked weed with you. They drank shots with you. They went out and dressed really sexy and did dangerous, risky things. And then, after you've been together for a while, one day they decide they're going to grow up, or they decide they're going to be more mature, or they decide they're getting ready to be parents, or whatever.
What about when we have kids?
Yeah, so it's like,
going to smoke?
Yeah, right, exactly. And suddenly they start cutting their hair short, and you know the whole routine.
I know the deal. I don't know if it's the age difference. I'm a little bit older than her. I'm 28 and she's 22, and kind of a tough pill to swallow. This girl that's a lot younger than me trying to tell me what to do now, and I mean...
Well, you see, you can't have a serious relationship with someone who's 22. You can't do it.
I understand. I know. You've said it many times, so...
Yeah.
We're just, anyway. So it's pretty obvious what you think I should do then, huh?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And you know what? You know it.
Yeah, and you've been talking about living situations, too, in the last few days, and it's kind of like... Yeah, she pays half the bills, and that's, if she wasn't doing that, then...
yeah, but that's right. You got buddies you could move in with if you had to.
If I need a roommate, I can get a roommate. So.
That's right. And why not? And then you're free to do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Since we're on the subject, can you take me out with the bong hit, please?
Here you go, Jay.
Thank you, Tom.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Dana on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Dana.
Hi. I know you're doing great. Won't even ask.
Thank you.
Long time, first time.
Thank you.
Well, when you were speaking about the football deal and the sports, that's where I relate to. I am a huge sports fan. I grew up in L.A. with the Lakers, the Dodgers. Huge football fan. And I tell men that I date that on Sundays during football season, I watch it from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and don't go out of the house, and they think that's really cute at first, and then they get bored to death. And they want to go out. Well, come on, let's go. It's nice, and I say, no, football season. And that absolutely amazes me, that you would think that guys would love that, and most men do, and I don't date gays. I don't date wimps. I date mostly firemen and cops, and you'd be amazed at how many just don't want...
Well, you need to meet a football fan and be with him.
Well, I usually think I do meet football fans.
No. What you need to do is you go to a game.
Okay.
Have you been to Seahawks Stadium? We went, Gary and I, this year. It was great.
Well, it is great. I'm not a Seahawks fan, and I'm a huge...
Doesn't matter. You're a football fan.
No, I am, but I'm a Seahawks fan.
Who's your team?
Fan.
You're a Niners fan?
Yeah,
well, the Niners play the Seahawks once a year, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so that's the game. In fact, we were at the Niners-Seahawks game this year. That's the one we went to. You go there. There's like all these different bars and places where you can hang out.
Right.
You go there and you meet men who are at the game. Then you know what you're getting.
I agree with you.
Somebody who, a lot of people who watch on TV are frequently more casual fans.
Well, I enjoy watching it more on TV because, at home I can, make breakfast and have coffee and read.
I understand all that, but if you want to meet men, men who will not have a problem with you watching games on TV, the place to meet them is at the game. Hey, at least you live in an NFL city. I don't.
I know, and that just crushes me. It crushes me.
Yeah, well, you know what? The NFL wants us to pay $1 billion and build a stadium. Screw the NFL. Screw them.
Yeah, they'll never do it in the Coliseum. You know, you guys need a really good expansion league, a brand new league, and build them up, and and watch a team grow. And keep.
We're not building a stadium.
No, but keep Georgia Fronieri and Al Davis out of there.
They're the cities that feel the need to spend $1 billion on stadiums. They are cities that have low self-esteem.
Well, we just did. But
I know.
Seahawks still suck.
But you know what? Why'd you do it? Yeah, the school system in Seattle is bankrupt.
Thank you.
I mean, what are you doing building stadiums? It's stupid.
I agree.
Stupid.
Well,
but nonetheless, I didn't pay for the stadium, so when I come to town,
you enjoy it.
We had a great time, and the Seahawks treated us great, and we had fun, and that is where you meet the men who really, really like football.
You're right. I'm going to have to venture out a little bit more during football season.
Yes, you are.
I'm very stuck in my ways, but I just thought that it was interesting that you mentioned that, and boy, I'm meeting the wrong men who say they like it, and then they're gone.
Yeah, I know. Well, you meet people who say they like all kinds of things. Yeah, ever been on one of those first dates with somebody? They say, "You like food? I like food."
Right.
You like walking down the block? I like walking down the block. You like breathing? I like breathing.
Right. That's where I am.
They all start off like that, right?
Yes, they do.
Then they start giving you that little nag. The little nag. Just the little nag. You have to do that all the time.
Well, I know, but honestly, you would think that men would love to,
No, but the point is, you can't say that about most men. Because you know what? By the way, I watch a little football, but I'm not a huge fan. And there are men who watch, but for example, they'll only watch their own team. So when their team isn't playing, they don't really care. Or they'll watch the teams in their division.
Right, I understand.
They don't want to watch the New York Jets playing the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
They want to watch, the 49ers, the Raiders, the Seahawks, or the likewise, people live in Dallas. There's a lot of people like watching the Dallas Cowboys, but they don't really care about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That must be the distinction that I'm missing, is that they think that I like the Seahawks when I just like football, and I'll watch all the games and the pre-games and the post-games. So that's probably where
most people in an NFL city like their team and watch their team.
Yeah. And
occasionally they'll look at another game, especially if it involves teams in their division.
Right.
Or maybe the best team in the country.
Right.
But, if you were sitting home one day and the Houston Texans were playing whoever's in last play, the Cleveland Browns, you'd watch that.
I would.
Not a lot of people in Seattle would watch that.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, also being in fantasy football league, that's why you watch all that.
The fantasy football. Now you are an extreme football fan.
I am.
There's very few people like that.
Well, very few people, very few women.
Seems like a lot in your world, but
well, I'm in the medical world. Like I said, I date, mostly firemen and police officers, and you would think, but no, they watch their teams, and you're right. But I am an extreme.
Yes, you are.
I am. And I like that. I'm proud of it.
You know what to do now. You go to the game, you find the show. Maria. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Maria.
Hi, Tom. I have a similar problem, but I'm different. I've been dating my boyfriend for almost about 2 years, and when we started recently dating, I was maybe like a A-size cup of bra size. I was like 8 cups. And then we started getting more into having more oral sex and more intimacy, so I started using birth control. And my breasts just suddenly, they got big. They went from a A to a C. And before, when I was an A, I was, he always told me you start dressing more sexier, and it's just, you need to show more. And now that I have bigger breasts, I tend to want to show more. He doesn't let me, Tom. He's like, you need to cover up. It's not right,
Oh, who are you doing it for?
Before? Me or him?
Now, who are you doing it for?
For myself.
No, there. Who are you showing yourself off to?
Oh, just for myself. I love to,
No, but do you do it when you're alone in a room?
No, I like to just, before...
You want people to look at you.
Yeah, well, exactly.
All right, so you're doing it for other people, not your boyfriend.
No, but I do it for myself because it feels good. They're not fake. They're actually mine.
Yes, but now here's something I understand. By the way, this isn't the same thing we're talking about because you weren't like this when he met you.
No, I was, but then I didn't dress more like as slutty.
That's my point. You didn't dress slutty back then, and now you do.
Slutty. It's more maybe like sometimes I'll wear like a V-size, like a shirt, like low-cut shirt, and like you see like a little bit of.
But you just said to me you want other men looking at you.
They do. They see.
And you want that.
Well, I like the attention.
But he doesn't like it.
He used to like it before. He was like, yeah, you're with me, and now it's like it's bothering him.
Well.
And you never used to bother him before.
Well, dear, you know where these things always end up.
Yes, I know.
You know where it ends up.
Yes.
You'll end up with one of the other guys paying attention to you.
I know.
And you know it, too, and he knows it. That's why he doesn't like it.
I know, but he was okay with that, but he was the one who was encouraging me to
Well,
do it.
he was a fool.
Yes,
But now that you're doing it, and now that you refuse to stop, you have no choice. You have to move on.
Exactly.
So when are you doing it?
Well, I want to be with him, and I don't want to, like, please say, like, yes, I want to, like, stop doing it. Because, I mean, if it gets to the point where we're going to break up, I might as well just stop doing it. It's going to make him happy.
Well, you know what? I would, if you want to stay with him, I'd stop doing it.
Yeah, I know.
If you want to stay with him.
I know, and I do. I just didn't think it was going to bother him at first.
Well,
I mean, first he was.
I'll tell you what, that kind of stuff bothers me.
Why?
Because if you want the attention of other men, you should go be with them.
I know, I did like the attention.
Well, then that's where you should be. You should be with those other guys who are gawking at you.
I know, but then I like him.
Well, stop being selfish, dear. You can't have your cake and eat it, too.
I know, it's all.
He wants you to himself. Now, you either be with him alone or move on.
I want to move on. He's too selfish. He liked it at first, and now it's bothering.
There.
He's older than me. I think that's what it is.
Dear, it's not just that. Now you've got huge knockers, and guys are looking at you, and now you're saying to yourself, hey, I can do better than this guy.
I don't want to say it, but, well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to say it, but maybe, yeah. Uh-huh. So what are you waiting for? You might as well just move on.
Yeah, you're right, Tom.
All right, so when are you going to break up with him?
I don't know. The sex is great. I don't know.
Come on, we'll call him right now. It's like pulling a tooth. Let's get this over with.
No, Tom.
Come on.
No.
Why not?
Because it's not on radio.
That's no big deal. What do you care? You're leaving him anyway.
I know, but not right now.
Tell him. You call him up right now. You tell him, look, now that I got these huge knockers, I can do better than you.
No, that's so harsh.
But it's true.
Mean.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
Plus, you're under 25. What are you doing with a boyfriend anyway?
I don't know.
Single girl, 22, newly huge knockers. I mean, what are you doing?
He makes me happy. That's what it is.
There. He doesn't make you happy enough because you need the attention of other men.
Well, it didn't bother him before. I understand why it's bothering him now.
Because, obviously, he didn't know what it would be like to have all these guys staring at you, and he didn't have any idea how much you would enjoy it.
That's true.
So, if you insist on continuing to do it, you need to move on.
You're right, Tom.
All right, Maria.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Well, you guys are perverted.
You think so? You like it, too. You're probably moist right now just thinking about it.
Oh, I don't think so. Not at all.
Really? Erect nipples. I'll bet you.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Let's quickly get Erica in here. Erica, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Hi there. I got about 30 seconds.
Okay. Girls, when they want their boyfriends to change habits, it has nothing to do with the habit itself. They just want to control them. It's all a matter of control. And then they compare everything. Like the girl who wanted her boyfriend to stop smoking pot, then all of a sudden it's just about the pot. So if he wants the pot, then he doesn't love her. And then their girlfriends are worse because the girlfriends egg them on. I mean,
all right, that's all the time I have, Erica, but I thank you for the call.
The Tom Leykis